I've been involved in this effort since inception in 2013, and we have seen many success stories. What I've come to realize is that a lot of the participants in the program, while they have great passion for their craft and their trade, they may not necessarily have the business acumen to know how to grow their business to the next level. That's where we step in. We help provide them not only with great curriculum for capacity building and for skill sets and knowledge that allows them to be able to take their business to the next level. We also connect them with procurement leaders for potential contract opportunities. They are assigned a coach to help walk shoulder to shoulder with them. And in all, we're seeing great results. We are one of 6 chambers throughout the country that offers a minority business accelerator-like program. And we're really glad to be able to serve in that leadership capacity.
As we began to gather hard data to understand kind of the economic prosperity levels and quality of life levels in Greenville, what became immediately apparent to us, there was just a huge chasm in Greenville between the haves and the have-nots. And if you took a stroll down Main Street, and you'd come to the errant conclusion that we were one of the most vibrant, economically prosperous cities in the South, and all the numbers really ran counter to that. And the reason that the numbers ran counter to that is that there are sections of Greenville, especially in South and West Greenville, that simply do not share in that level of prosperity. And so we really became convicted that we needed to do something. If we were ever going to change Greenville and make Greenville a better place for everybody, that we needed to have a very inclusive environment. And let's take those individuals and those businesses that either were minority owned or that served the minority business community, and really let's help them run their business in a more productive, profitable manner. The things that can accrue to you in terms of what you learn and what you're able to be equipped with via the Minority Business Accelerator just can't be duplicated somewhere else.
Participating in the MBA program has been one of the most impactful experiences of my professional career. I have been able to take my existing framework for my business and take it to another level in so many different aspects. I entered the program for professional and business growth and had no idea also of the personal journey that this experience would take me on. The coaches and the instructors are so vested in your success, and having the privilege to sit up under that type of knowledge and that type of experience and just to soak that up has really 100% been something that I am sure that I will benefit from throughout my career. I'm just really excited to see where all this experience takes me, and most importantly, to see how I can pass this information on.
As we evaluate the success of the MBA program, the investment that we made in time, we feel like it was well worth the investment. We've been able to add staff, we've been able to add new clients and contracts. Again, our processes and our operations, we really buttoned up in terms of how we're delivering reports to the client, how we also evaluate our staff, and whether or not we do need to expand, or do we just need to make people more efficient. We were very fortunate that we had the coaches, the peers, the Enterprise product and programming that allowed us to really take our business to the next level.
In the beginning, I knew my numbers, but I wasn't able to explain my numbers. So with the help of Scott and Toby, they put things in perspective and then showed me that I was on the right path, but they also showed me how to take my current path to the next level. A few of the processes that I put in place were a new hire packet for new employees, and I actually established an employee handbook for our current employees. Within the next 6 months to a year, we're actually looking to expand and to open up space so that we'll be able to acquire at least 4 to 6 new employees.
I think the overall impact of the MBA program was really to help me change my mindset. My mother owns the business, so I'm the succession plan for her. And I've always been in a management or leadership role, but this really helped me understand the difference between on the business versus working in the business. The financial segment was amazing. It really opened my eyes to understanding the importance of being able to read your P&L statements. I've been reading them for 4 years, had no idea what they meant. It really helped me understand what to look for, why I'm looking at those numbers, and what to do about those numbers if they're not where we need to be.
So we're pretty much excited to be part of Greenville MBA program. So Intrice is one of the greatest curriculum. World Bank actually ranks this as top 10 must-attend executive education. The curriculum was intense, but it actually helped us to develop ourselves. It's not just a curriculum on instructors, but spending an year with almost like 15 entrepreneurs was great. And one of the great asset is the coaches which they provide. We had a dramatic transformation of the company, and we were fortunate to have our coach Victor James to join us back and build this great company for us.
Coaches play a variety of roles for their participant. I think the first one is that they bridge the learning in the classroom to how the business is currently being operated. And at the end of the 6 months of learning, participants are asked to present their 3-year strategic growth action plan to their peers. A coach can be very helpful in helping them prepare an effective presentation and one that will provide to them the most useful feedback. Oftentimes, participants in the program would like to meet a certain person or be introduced to a company. So as coaches, we find ourselves making those connections frequently. I think it's really important to acknowledge that entrepreneurship can be lonely. One of the purposes of a coach and a role that they can fill is to really walk that entrepreneurial journey, to be that person who understands and actually shares in the entrepreneurial spirit.
I knew that there had to be formulas and methods and processes to be able to really have diagnostics about your business, or how to measure how your business is progressing to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. And I got a lot of those questions answered in my process through this program. And even more to that, I was also networked and connected with other people to help me take that information and take it to the next step and be coached even further and think about things that I hadn't even necessarily thought about in the long-term game. It helped me refine my employees and how we did systems in our office and get very specific ways to measure progress, measure profit, measure costs, and make some substantial changes in how we do in our methods in our office, which I really, really am grateful for.
The MBA program was such a great investment for me and my business. I went into this program thinking that being a CEO was being the boss of everything and having my hands in everything. And once I came out of the program, I realized that being a CEO is not about doing everything. It's about having the foresight, having the vision to create a business for myself where I don't have to be the center of it, but now outsourcing more, hiring on team members, and just really looking at overall, how can I be a support, how can I serve, and how can I do this with the help and the collaboration of others.
The MBA program for me means more to me now than it meant going in, actually. I was able to glean information anywhere from finances all the way to organizational structure. So I have increased financially by 25% overall profit, and I've also increased my office staff. Also, I put processes and systems in place and implement SMART goals. We have measurable goals now that we were able to implement that thus resulted in the ultimate increase in finances.
The thing that I'm going to take away that really resonates with me the strongest is the power of community. As a small business owner, a lot of times we can put ourselves in silos and think that no one else is experiencing what we've experienced. No one else is going through this issue. No one else feels the way that I feel, and that's just not the case. And what the MBA does is it puts you in a group of people who are either in the same space that you are in or going through it, and there's so much wisdom there. It allows you to feel comfortable talking about things that maybe you do not feel comfortable talking about inside of your company and your organization. Some fantastic opportunities that have come directly from our MBA connection is we have worked with multiple members of the 2017 and 2018 cohort, and also just to go and to pitch to larger organizations in this area. It was a fantastic opportunity to be able to stand in front of them, tell them about my company and what we do.
I greatly enjoyed the MBA program, MBA cohort program. I helped our company to accelerate. We brought in additional staff. I now have an office manager. I now have a new accounting firm that I met through the MBA cohort. One thing we did achieve working with the MBA cohort was a better understanding of what it means to be a business owner. And when I say that, I'm speaking from the testimony of someone that does not have a background in business. So it taught me a lot of the techniques, the nuances as far as, how to approach contracting, how to approach new customer base, how to track customer base, how to make friends and really take care of the customers that you have in place. And we will be taking all this great information into the future of our company.
They help you to ask the tough questions, and they stand by you and support you through getting the answers. I came in being called a celebration of us, and I'm leaving being called Corporate Stitch because this represents a much stronger name. The brand more reflects what I do. The other name, people said it was too soft and it wasn't reflective, and the program helped me to achieve that. The other thing is numbers. I was so afraid of numbers. And with the program now, I'm able to tell you how many pieces I'm able to make within an hour. I'm able to tell you the exact cost. I'm able to tell you how much I sell it for. So that's something that has really helped me a lot.
I found the program to be extremely beneficial. I wish I had known about a program like this 21 years ago, because I would have a completely different business than I have now. We have drastically changed our business. We have a 3-year strategic action plan that we have in place, and tweak it on it is a living document that we tweak on a regular basis. One of the great things that happened in this program is that we have achieved a 51% growth this year. I don't see any problem with us hitting our next year target, and I look forward to 2019.
It was a great program. When I think about starting my business, I think about the fact that people, when they try to bake a cake, I had everything in the box. I knew I had to have a business plan. And I was trying to get things started. I knew I had to make sales. I knew I had to have a process and a good product. And I was looking at the picture and I was trying to make my business look like the picture. And I don't know about you, but sometimes when I bake the cake, it just doesn't turn out that way. And then all of a sudden, this chef named Toby Stencil walks in, and Toby is the chef, and Nika is the chef, and all these other chefs that they brought to the table, and they showed me how to bake this cake. And I feel like my business has changed because now my business is starting to look like the picture, and that's an amazing thing. I actually had an opportunity to work with Enterrise, who actually wrote the program. I just got back from Boston working with them, and I feel like everything in my business is actually becoming tangible, and it's all because of this program. If you have an opportunity, sign up with the Minority Business Accelerator.
I wish to congratulate all 20 of our members of the 2018 cohort. I believe in you and we're rooting for you. And I also wish to thank all of our corporate partners, all of our sponsors, all of the coaches, all of the members of the advisory council, and anyone that played a part in helping to make this program a success. We appreciate you.